Alright guys, so I finally got the keys to the 11th gen Honda Civic Sport, and I'm super excited to give you guys an honest review and kind of compare it to my previous Forte GT line and see which car is more car for the money. Alright, so let's start out with the exterior and numbers. So this car is just under $27,000. It's finished in platinum white pearl, which is, in my opinion, the best color for this car, but that's an additional $455. So let's start out this video at the front end. So let's compare this to its competitors like the Corolla, the Sentra, and the Forte. Now, I've owned the Forte and I love the Forte in general. I think it's a great car, but if you get this angle right here, and we don't have a lot of sun, so the daylight running lights right there look really aggressive. I love the front end of the Honda Civic in general, but the Sport just makes it look much nicer with a lot of options that you have that come standard with the Sport, like the gloss black wheels and the mirrors. The front end overall super sporty, aggressive, and very nice. Unfortunately, one thing that I have to complain about is the fact that we don't have fog lights right here in this bottom part. I wish we had a fog light right here. Now let's move over to the side and check out how this looks from the side. Alright, so in my honest opinion, I think the 11th generation Civic is the best Civic that we had since the 90s. This looks really sporty and just nice design all around. The side angle, we got the gloss black wheels that look super nice with the gloss black mirrors, keyless entry doors, nice side skirts. The only thing that I would do to this car from the side is tint the windows, and when we get to the rear, I'll show you guys what I think this car is missing. But overall, side angle, beautiful car and a really nice size. So when we're at the rear end of the car, you have the Civic badge on the left, the Sport badge right there on the right, smoke lights in the back where the clear is. Previous generation, I hated the rear lights. The car overall just didn't look really nice. Everything's clean, very nice. One thing that I love about this car in comparison to my previous Forte GT line, this actually has an exhaust tip. I complain about a lot of my videos that why don't manufacturers put exhaust tips. Now the Civic Sport has one exhaust tip right there. One thing that I think this car is missing at the rear end, it would be nice wing over there. Now the Civic Si has a nice black wing. You could get a Honda HPD wing over here and it's gonna look really nice. Again, like I said, if you tint the windows, it's gonna like flow from the front to the rear, and overall exterior wise I think this car is just beautiful. Alright guys, so we're behind the wheel of the new Civic. Under the hood we have a 2-liter 4-cylinder that puts on 158 horsepower. Now you do have 3 driving modes in this car, and that's pretty cool. I put it into sport mode right now. Before that, right now I'm in normal, so I put it into sport. We're gonna make this right turn and feel how this car drives. Now one thing I'm gonna tell you guys, when I had the Forte and I had the driving modes, I didn't feel that much of a difference. Over here, actually you feel it right away when you put it into sport. It feels like the pedal changes up, the steering switch and the RPMs. It feels like it's more a little bit aggressive, and like it said, sport. Now it isn't a powerful engine. Fuel efficiency wise, guys, 27.6 is the best that I've got. I reset it. I put around 2,000 to 3,000 miles on this car already. Been on long distance trips, and that's what I'm averaging out overall. I mean, one thing that I'll tell you guys, so I filled up 87 fuel and then I filled up 91, and I do feel a difference. When you do get better fuel, it actually drives a little bit better, and the fuel efficiency is also better. So we're gonna make this right turn and see how it is overall. Over bumps, it isn't that great because of the fact that the sportier wheels with the low profile tires, I feel like the absorption of the bumps, the Forte was a little bit better. Right now I'm gonna press the gas. You hear the engine working. It isn't powerful, sportier shifts like I said. Overall, driving wise, I think it's a nice car. Alright, let's talk center display, guys. So this is a 7-inch screen. I think it is on the smaller side, but that's what you get for $27,000. I have my Apple CarPlay connected. Now when we go to the vents, I like these vents, but I've heard people saying that they do not like this design. I think it looks pretty modern and clean and much nicer than your traditional vents that you see in a lot of cars. So the climate control buttons, they light up hyper white and looks really nice in the evening. But let's focus on this for a second. I have the gloss black right here. It leaves fingerprints. I know you don't touch your finishes like that, but if you do accidentally touch it, you have to clean it with a microfiber towel. Obviously you can notice them right now. Now if we go down over here, we have the charging stations, and over here is pretty interesting. We have this type of a carbon like finish. We have our driving modes when we went for a spin I was showing you guys, and your 2 cup holders and your parking brake. But if you remember this and you remember the gloss black over here, I'm gonna show you guys one thing over here, and I have a question. Why do we have a cheap looking plastic piece over here? Now this piece is an individual piece that could have been gloss black or that carbon type of finish. You have nice handles over here. Everything on the inside is simple and easy to understand. You don't need any type of manuals. Leather wrapped steering wheel with stitching. Aluminum pedals right there, guys. Nice display over here, and overall a really nice interior and super comfortable seats. Alright, so I'm 5'9", and that's my comfortable seating position right there as a driver, and I matched up the passenger so you guys could get a visual. So this is how much room you're getting in the rear. It's a little bit tight, but overall a really nice interior in the rear. Unfortunately, you don't have any type of USB stations, so no charging ports in the rear. So if you've been part of the channel, you saw my videos, I had 2 Fortes, an LXS and a GT line. Now that I'm behind the wheel of a Civic Sport, which one would I pick? I would go with the Civic. Overall, I think this car is a great package for $27,000. And that's that, guys. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, comment your opinions below, and I'll catch all of you guys on the next video. Peace.